Hello, my name is Luke Vinton. I am a sales engineer here with data protection at Quest. Today we're going to be talking about Foglight Evolve, and more specifically inside of the capacity director piece, the scenario modeler, which is actually more of a cluster balancing tool. So again, the only way a customer would take advantage of this is if they have at least 2 clusters in their environment. I mean, if they have only one, there wouldn't be much to balance between. But if a customer does have 2 clusters, VM clusters, then they can see, where, based off the performance of their VMs, to best migrate those VMs, and that way the performance can be as efficient as possible. There's no VMs that are asking for more resources than what's available, and things like that. So when it comes down to running the cluster balancing tools, there's 2 ways of going about it. Optimal placement, which means Foglight will run the model automatically based off their performance. Pretty much it'll say, hey, these VMs should go here and there. Or manual placement, which is where it gives you a screen that allows you to drag and drop virtual machines between the clusters and see what changes that would be. Would that increase the performance score? Because the whole goal here is to get these 3 numbers as high as possible, up to 100. In this case, I really wouldn't need to run the cluster balancing tool because it's already, all those numbers are close to 100. But if they weren't, if one of them wasn't, then I could see moving things around, just to make things perform as best as possible. But we'll just do optimal placement. And we'll just click whatever your organization is, however you've defined your virtual machines in your environment. And let's say I want to balance these 2 clusters. And click next. And so these are the VMs that it has said. So it looks like we can actually make some changes to improve things. These are the VMs that it says can be moved over to this. The conflicts and what issues may occur pretty much. Usually what you can see here is if there's like networking issues, like this VM uses a certain network that's actually not on that other cluster. But pretty much you could see the performance increase in that change. And again, this is all based off of Foglight did this for us automatically. There's the manual placement, which you can also do that, like I said, has pretty much a cluster on one side and a cluster on the other side. And real quick, we can even show you that. We'll pick manual placement. And then pretty much you can choose to what machines to move, and then what that does to the performance score. So in this case, we've increased the CPU by a little bit, but the memory and storage are the same. But the huge piece is this allows you to make your environment as efficient as possible. And let's say after running all of this through, you actually, like what you see here, you want to actually execute these. You'll notice we have a deploy change where this will talk to the virtual environment and it'll execute it, meaning it'll vMotion all those machines to wherever you specified here. So not only will we help you model the cluster balancing, but we'll actually execute them and migrate the VMs to wherever they need to be. So I hope that explains this feature. Thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you on the next video.